Right, pretty simple video today. This is all going to be a live recording, so sorry if there are any mess ups or anything looking weird. I'm constantly being asked during my live streams, like, where you can farm XYZ, as well as like easy pieces and easy things to go for, essentially. So the first thing I want to show, I don't know what the button would be on console, and I don't know if there is actually a direct key even on PC, but pressing J or even map will bring up this screen with journal, access info, map, quest and social. Go to access info. Basically everything in the game, literally everything, is here. What it is, the materials needed, and then where to farm the materials. It's really simple. Trying to get yourself pretty comfortable with this screen. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you've got it down, again, like everything in the game is here. Like energy activators, they need to go finding one or grind one out soon. Where to get these? Kingston, hard, the strategic outpost. Where to get these? I've got enough, but if I do, they're in the encrypted vaults on Vespers. These damn things only drop in the Hagios infiltration missions, both normal and hard. They're a bit of a ball ache to get. This mission drops in Fortress hard missions. It will then be up to you as to what one you want, but just in case, Fortress hard missions, the one I use, I don't know if it's the best, but we can go to Fortress. What I do is I fast travel to this one here and I farm this mission. There's 2 elites that have a pretty good chance of dropping them. I normally at least get one bundle between, I think it's like between 5 and 8 a run. It can take a minute, but yeah, that's like the downside of this. It doesn't exactly tell you like the exact amount. That's going to be something that you yourself need to like experiment with, essentially, or I'm sure there's other guides on YouTube of like quicker and easier ways to get these, but the game literally tells you where to get individual items. Now the next thing is quick and easy things to farm, and although quick and easy in this game might not necessarily be the best description, but to get a lot of things you've got to run around, you've got to try and get Amorphis, then you've got to fight a Colossi or do the reactor things. It's a lot of grind. So quick and easy things to farm, theoretically, are going to be the drops that come from missions. So we're going to start with Descendants. The first one is going to be Freyna. Freyna drops from Vespers on normal. You just have to farm the specific missions. There are quite a few, but as you can see, if we just come over here and look at the rewards, we can get the Freyna Amorphis material from here, as well as a few other bits and pieces. Vespers on Ruin's Path, we just highlight this mission. You can see the Freyna Stabilizer, 20% drop rate. Like, there are a few missions that will drop a variety of different characters, Freyna being one of them. Another is Gley. Gley also drops from missions. Again, Echo Swamp normal, Seed Vault, Echo Swamp normal, the Chapel, Agna Desert normal, Asylum, and then Agna Desert again, Caligio Ossuary. So Freyna is another one that is theoretically easier to farm because you haven't got to jump through all the hoops. Obviously at this point everyone's got Bunny. The last character on this list is Blair. He's actually one I'm struggling with. Not because drop rates or anything like that. The missions to farm Blair are just absolute ass. Luckily, I've got the 2 annoying ones, or at least in my opinion, the 2 annoying ones. So I've got the one from Misery's End at White Knight, and then Hagios Old Mystery for the code. So I'm just missing these 2, which are, again, White Knight and Hagios, just the other infiltrations. But Blair is someone, again, that is pretty easy to farm. So again, Freyna, Sharon, Bunny, and Blair are characters you're able to very easily grind out throughout essentially the story if you really wanted. After that we have weapons. Obviously I'm assuming at this point everyone has received their Thunder Cage, which drops from Sterile Lands, basically all of it. They're all pretty easy to farm. One of them, I think it is the code. This is a bit of a ball ache to farm. It's basically just stand there and wait, especially if you are approaching your end game. It is literally just stand there and wait, and it's like 7 minutes, maybe even 10, I think. But again, Thunder Cage, very easy to farm up. And then another one is going to be the Last Dagger, which is a handgun. This drops from Echo Swamp, which is, again, pretty easy to farm. All of these missions are actually pretty simple. There are some that are a bit longer than others, but they're all pretty simple. And from what I have done and tested, they're all like quite interactive. So even though they might be a longer farm, you actually have to like move and do things rather than stand there and wait. So although the missions might be a bit longer, they are interactive, so the time mentally does flow a bit quicker. And the last one on this list is Fallen Hope. Fallen Hope is a very good assault rifle for Freyna, especially once you get to the end game because of the Venom set, the components. But Fallen Hope drops from White Knight, as you can see. I do have 2 pieces. I do need to actually maybe get my thumb out and finish this weapon off. But again, so that's 4 characters and 3 ultimate weapons that you're able to get pretty easily. And of course, we can't forget, as like some form of honourable mention, if we go through the Battle Pass, you don't have to buy it. But if you go through the Battle Pass, you will be getting Sigvor's Proof, which again is obviously another ultimate. You don't have to buy it. Some of them are free, like this one's free, and then there's another one down the line that gives you another one, so you can at least like upgrade it. But yeah, so in total, realistically, you can get pretty easy and cheaply 4 characters and 4 weapons. That should hopefully help you get through the game. One thing to note as well, if you do go into the void farming, especially as well the outposts, you do need Sharon. Having Freyna, Bunny and Blair will help you with the voids, because poison, electric and fire, which basically means just ice is left. So if you picked Viessa at the start of the game, or maybe even Jaber, but that will give you 2 fire. Optimally, picking Viessa is actually better, because completely free to play, if you want to go down that route, you now have a poison, an electric, a fire and an ice for all of your void farming. It's probably the best way to actually progress, although it's a bit late to get this information out now for some of you. However, hopefully that just helps people progress, as well as understanding maybe a little bit more on like what's easier to farm and like free farm, rather than actually having to jump through all the loops of the Amorphous and the Voids and the reactors and bloody bloody blah. Anyway, that is just about to be it for this video. Have fun, good luck, and don't die. It's bad for the health.